Hello there everybody on YouTube land. My name is Erin. I'm a makeup artist based out of the DMV area. Please ignore my ugly nail and or lack of nail. There is no nail there right now, but that's a whole other story. But today I come to you with a bare face because I want to do a review on the Morphe Fluidity foundation. And I actually got this foundation back when it first released. I just literally... first of all, I re-looked at that review and I'm like, I hate this, because I was doing that and trying to do an eyeshadow palette review at the same time and it was just too long and my laptop was broken, so I'm like, crap, I can't do anything with this. So I'm like, I'm just gonna delete it, start from scratch. So honestly, we're gonna get right into it while I prep. So the Morphe Fluidity foundation, and I'm looking down right now because I'm gonna read. So some of the claims that it makes are that it's 24-hour long wear, sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistance, free of fragrance, oils and parabens, and great for all skin types, especially normal to oily skin. Now I will say this, I don't use Morphe in my freelance kit personally. It's just, I'm gonna leave it at that. I just don't use it in my freelance kit. But I wanted to try out the foundations because I do cosplay, and if you don't know what that is, it's really people dressing up as characters and dressing up as their favorite characters and going out to conventions, meetup, photo shoots, things like that. And I get asked a lot of times on my cosplay page, what are good foundation options? And not everybody has 40, 50, 60 bucks to spend on a foundation. So I'm like, I want to try a cheaper alternative because this is only 18 bucks. So it's cheaper than Sephora's Collection's 10-hour wear foundation because that's $20. So I'll try it, see what it's like, see how it holds up to these claims, because you're in those costumes and you're sweating a lot sometimes because if you've got on a lot of like armor and things like that. And I'm like, you know what, we're just gonna give it a shot and see how it works. So we're gonna get right into it, but first I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch both of these colors so you guys get an idea of what they look like. So Morphe released a heck of a lot of shades. I believe it's available, I'm on the website right now. It's available in 60 shades. This is the 4.8 before I continue talking. So and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So the foundation is available in 60 shades and various undertones. Yeah. So I do feel like the undertone descriptions are a little strange. But anyway, so here are the colors. So this is the 4.8. This is the 4.4. And I will be honest in saying that I'm mint on both colors, honestly, but I also don't like the ones above us. Because like I said, the next one up, the 4. Actually, no, there is no other neutral shade. I know that I'm a neutral undertone. And the stuff that you saw me put on before was the Versali liquid, it was the Versali Volcanic Elixir. And I use this because while Morphe does claim to be for all skin types, and honestly, I'm just gonna rub all of this in. Because although it claims to be for all skin types, it definitely is not. I feel like if you are dry, let me put it this way now. If you're dry and you want to use it, you have to like super duper duper prep. I'm not even dry, but I feel like the oil helps me not feel like I'm super dry after I put it on my face, if that's for anything. And the primer that I just used was the Banana Bright from Ulla Henriksen, so I just slap it on real quick. So I normally do the 4.8 normally. I feel like I'm in a 4.4 mood today, so I'm just gonna try it. It's still early. So I like to apply the Morphe foundation with a Real Technique sponge. You can use a beauty blender. Mine is stained with everything under the sun, but it's clean, I promise. You can use a beauty blender. I just prefer the Real Techniques, the body sponge specifically, because it covers so much area, and I've got a big face and a big forehead. So we're just gonna get right into it. So, like I said, I've worn this foundation a couple of times already, and I feel like it does hold up to its claims really, really, really well. It is definitely transfer resistant. It is waterproof. It is sweat proof. Like, I have worn this in some outfits. The concealer helps save this looking from less crazy, guys, I promise. But I have worn this in some outfits where I have definitely sweated quite a bit. And it definitely didn't go anywhere. The first time I wore it, I had it on for about 14 hours. And when I say that it looked the same from the time I originally had it on to the time that I finished with my day, yeah, it was absolutely crazy. Like I said, my only issue is I feel like some of these colors are a little strange. Like they're very, very red or they're very, very yellow. And I feel like the undertone descriptions are off. But overall, I feel like it's a good foundation. So, and it covers quite a bit. So I'm going to zoom. Well, actually, I'm not going to zoom out just yet. Because I do also have, we can talk about this, the Fluidity concealer, and this is the shade, can I read it anymore? 4.25. I had two. I don't know where the other one went. So, and actually, I might only be able to use a little bit of this because I'm honestly almost out. So I need to pick up some more of this. So the thing about the concealers are, I feel like the colors also, it's the right idea, but like this is very, very yellow. And the one that I have one that is darker than this, but it's actually very, very close to skin tone. So I'm like, wait, hold up. There's no middle ground? What? So that's a thing. And I use the Morphe foundation on my bridesmaids actually, because I wanted to try something new. And I'm like, why not? So I did all my bridesmaids makeup for my wedding. So I wanted to use the Morphe foundation on my bridesmaids. And on my sister specifically, I actually had to mix the foundation with, I had to mix the concealer with a little bit of the heat from Base Atelier because it was not working out. Like when I put it on her by itself, it looked entirely too ashy, but all the other colors were not suitable. So I was like, okay. So the concealer range is not bad, but it could use some work. Not bad, but it could use some work, definitely. And honestly, now that I've got this on, I'll be back. I'm gonna throw in some eyes and some brows, and then we're gonna finish talking about this. So, and I came back temporarily before I put all my other stuff on. Just talk about what I do set it with. So if you want to set it, because I don't feel like you have to, with how matte it can get depending on what you prep with. Today I'm going to use Danessa Myricks Evolution Powder and the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder for under my eyes. But I feel like you don't have to, if you're normal to dry and you choose to use this, I feel like you don't have to set if you don't want to. Like, because it will dry down. It is going to dry. It is going to dry. But if you are more on the oily side, it doesn't hurt. Like, it definitely gets matte, but it's not going to hurt to set it just a little bit more. And you know what? I'm not going to put this powder in my lap because I'm on my bed right now. And I have on this white dress. We're not going to do that. So, just a little tidbit. So yeah, I just literally take Danessa on a fluffy brush along the outer edges of my face. And essentially wherever I was going to contour at. And I take the Beauty Bakery with a sponge. And just press that in with a damp beauty blender under my eye. And my nose, because my nose is actually my problem spot. Like I'm combo, I get very oily on my nose, but everywhere else is normal to dry. So yeah, nose and then forehead. And I also a little bit of powder on my nose. Okay, and now I'll be back, seriously this time. All right, so the rest of my face is finished. I look like something like a human being now. Actually, I'm gonna mist myself down real quick. Okay. Ooh, and then I got it in my eye. Jesus. Okay. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like when it's completely on. It's been set. It's been with powder, with spray. I've got a little bit of contour going on now, so I don't look as dead. And overall, so just final thoughts on this foundation. It is a good long wear foundation at a affordable price point. It's $18 is really affordable. And Ulta, which is where it's primarily sold at, always has coupons. And on top of that, you've got the fact that I think when you go to the Morphe site for the first time or with a different email, you get 10% off. So take that too. So you can get this foundation. Ulta frequently has like that $3.50 off of I think like $15 minimum purchase. So you can get this foundation to at least be like $15 on a good day, not counting when Ulta has like a 20% off coupon. So this foundation, super affordable. It does hold up to all of its claims. So the water resistance, the sweat resistance, the transfer resistance, because I've tested all of those claims. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And I am like assaulting my face right now. There's nothing on this tissue. Like, it doesn't come off. The only claim that I feel like it doesn't properly hold up to is the whole good for all skin types. Because like I said, it is very matte. It is very drying. Like I said, even me being combination skin, I prepped. So like the Volcanic Elixir from Versali, it's not supposed to be a everyday moisturizer. It's supposed to be a nighttime treatment kind of moisturizer for like people that have, I guess, acne-prone skin, from what I was reading online.
On Somerville Drive toward Metro Station, then turn right onto Metro Station.
I'm not going to work yet, Siri. Hold on. Like, dang, let me finish. She made me forget what I was saying. Dang. Main point, if you're dry, you have to super prep for this foundation. Like, nice heavy moisturizer, nice moisturizing primer, and a good setting spray, because it can work. Like, I've used it on somebody. Like, if you want to use this foundation and you're dry, you need to use a nice heavy moisturizer, a nice moisturizing primer, and then a very hydrating setting spray. And that will bring it to the point where it's acceptable for use. Or alternatively, you can also just mix foundation with some oil. So like some lightweight oil, like some Josie Maran, or back to the Versali, or whatever other beauty oils that you may have. And that'll bring it, that will kind of tone down the dryness of it a little bit, because I know when Fenty came out, for example, people were like, oh, this is actually really drying. Well, yeah, it's not meant for dry skin types. But I will tell people that were dry and still want to use it, because everybody and their mother loved Fenty when it first came out, and they didn't want to use anything else. Like, I came here to get matched for Fenty. Okay, it's not for you, but we gonna make it work. And that's what we did. We made it work. So mixing with oil. But like, if you think that the Fenty is drying, so just saying if you've tried it, this is, I feel like, more drying than the Fenty. So if you're dry, take it with, you know, some prep. If you're normal to oily though, mostly oily. Normal, I still feel like take some cautionary tales in your prep. But if you're oily though, it is perfect for you. If you worry about sweating, it is still perfect for you. So ultimately for $18, I feel like you can't beat it. The quality is there for an $18 foundation. The longevity is there for an $18 foundation. I just do recommend, if you can get out to an Ulta store or a Morphe store, if you have one in your area, do test the colors first. Or I don't know if Morphe lets you order sample packets from their website, but if they do, I would definitely order one first before saying, oh yeah, this is my color. Because like I said, I feel like the undertones of the colors are just like a little bit off description wise from what they actually are in real life. Overall though, yeah, that's what I've got. I feel like if I had to give it a star rating, I don't normally give things star ratings, and I'm trying to find it, hence I'm looking around. I feel like I would give it a solid 4 out of 5. It would be 5 out of 5 if it wasn't claiming it was for all skin types, because it's not. But other than that, 5 out of 5. I mean, it's affordable. The packaging lets you get everything out of it, because you can literally squeeze everything out of this, or you can scoop it out once you get to the bottom and put it in, you know, like another container. So packaging is nice. Packaging isn't oddly white, because like I hate makeup brands that decide they want to do white packaging. It's like, it's gonna get dirty, guys. Please don't do that. I don't like that. The longevity of it is there. It's got an extensive range of colors, and like I said, the undertones could be worked on, but other than that, like, it's a good foundation. I'm gonna just throw it, apparently. It's a good foundation. But ultimately, that's really all I got. I'm gonna go to work now because I'm almost about to be late. But in the meantime, I'll see you later, YouTube.